start year 2 together in the booth. And we are underway here in Atlanta. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And taking the snaps, quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, all right, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now it's Kelly. Room to run at the 35. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he's into the end zone. What a start. Touchdown, Tampa.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
The extra point is up and through. And the Bucs have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. That'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play.
Go! Cowboy 80!
They'll start this on the ground with Sanders. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. 1 first down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? You see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
2nd and 10.
Play. 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Open man, it's Davis downfield. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. It is a big play there for the Falcons. 38 yards.
Let's go! Cougar 19, set, here! Ready.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
No handoff. He'll keep it himself. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired.
Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Falcons.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Falcons come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense ready now for their second drive. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
Now they'll set up to throw. Open man is David Bell. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Running, Kelly. And that's going nowhere. Thrown down, literally and awkwardly, right at the line of scrimmage.
Brings him second and 9.
From the 38 now, here's second and 9. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They'll throw here on third and short yardage. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away. And we will not have a return here. This one angles out of bounds. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC South for a second, a division that you know so well. We've got teams that have been to the Super Bowl in the last 15 or so years out of this division, yet people overlook it at times. And maybe they've overlooked how good Tampa's been the last 4 years, too.
Well, it's funny, Mike. You think it wasn't very long ago.
And he's going to take this one all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
That's the score. Falcons 14. Buccaneers 7.
So, following the touchdown, the punter man going to kick this one away. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback. And the ball's coming out to the 35. The Buccaneers offense. And their running back set to go once more. So, Greg, start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025?
As I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals. You got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
They run with Kelly. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
But after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. George Kittle. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Now the extra point. He's got it. And the Buccaneers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. Ready, back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Rice open. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. They'll look to pick up the pace.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll look to throw. On the run to the right. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
This offense moving quickly, and they'll try to get set.
It's now 3rd down.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. This one's just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Ready?
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. And he will get the first down. They took a chance, but they convert on 4th and 3.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Ready? Here we go.
They'll look to throw yet again. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Yards to go.
Ready? Crackle 80. Ready?
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. He's got his receiver. It's Jones. Will try and hurry to the line here.
Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Here we go. Back
to the air one more time. That is brought in. And he's in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown Atlanta.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Not going for two, they'll kick the point after. The kick is good. And the Falcons have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bucs offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They're searching here for the tie score. Down 21-14. They'll begin first and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And he's going to be out of bounds. But up. Past the 35. A gain there of 11. Good for a Buccaneers first down. They'll throw out of the gun. Quick throw, taken in. Now the Bucs will take their first time out. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. The Buccaneers forced to use their third and final timeout. They'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
44-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate. And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throws, clearly not intended to be caught, really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Falcons offense going to take over just before the half. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And good blocking out front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. As they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
To the left side in the hands of Rice. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half.
Come on. 10, 70, 19, Sergeant, go.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He's going to air this out for Davis. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hanson, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Today is the day. The debut of our new halftime show. Buckle up, everyone. I think you're...
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He's to midfield. And they will finally track him down, not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. The Falcons offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith-Njigba, he has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown Falcons. That is second touchdown now here in the season opener.
And it really just comes down to the protection. You're sitting there 3rd and goal. You have to give your quarterback the opportunity, Mike, to work through all of his progressions, and you need time to do it. Then it just comes down to making the right read. Touchdown.
Now for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Falcons have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. So, following the touchdown, the punter man going to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you...
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they're going to hold up here and pass protection.
To the right side here, pass is caught. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now, faking the give. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Kelly. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. He'll look to throw. And this throw right side is caught by Adams.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
This defense holding tight. Now from the 3-yard line, they'll try to stop 3rd and goal. The slot man in motion right. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The extra point is up and good. And the Bucs are back to within 7. It's 28-21. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kicks away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Falcons offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10.
Ready?
Drive will start on the ground. And a good run there. Going to give him 5 yards.
On the check.
From the 33. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Ready?
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll pop his head for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready?
Big way to begin this fourth quarter. A run on third down. He will not be able to get to the end. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's fourth down.
Third and short, you think the defense has everybody packed in there real tight. So as a play caller, you're thinking, all right, let's give my running back a chance to stretch and cut. This defense was ready for all of it. They string him out wide, nowhere to cut, take him down for a loss.
70 Timberwolves.
They'll try to run. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. He's brought down after a gain of 7 on 4th and 2.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it. It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Open man downfield. It's Rice. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now off the bootleg. He'll look to throw here. He's got it at the 7. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. Here's a run. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run. They won't take them down for a loss. Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
They'll try to run this one in. And this defense standing tall in the red zone. They stop it for no gain. And now it's 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Let's go now. Steady.
The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that is caught on 4th and goal. They got it. Touchdown Atlanta. That's his second touchdown of the afternoon. It's the point by pass is good. And the Falcons will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
21.
So, following the touchdown, the punter man going to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Big play here. Crowd on their feet for 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. To the left side, and Adams has it. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
15 yards on the play.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this.
First down.
2 timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Right back to Adams. He's got it again. And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. They get 22 yards there. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
22 yards. 1st down, Buccaneers.
They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll look to throw yet again. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Back to throw. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Here comes 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup.
Bring it, Ryan.
2nd and 4.
Here we go. It's pretty up.
They'll stick with him again. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. He's got his receiver. It's Jones. And he will dive into the end zone. 74 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. This has got to feel good, Greg. You open at home and a great performance with one more touchdown added on top.
Not many better ways, Mike, than to create some excitement amongst your fan base than to have a great home opener. Every team works all off-season. They stress it during training camp. Let's get off to a great start, and then all of a sudden you're able to do it in front of your home crowd. Man, this has been a really impressive performance.
Passes pitch is good. And the Falcons are able to extend the lead.
42. Buccaneers 21.
So, following the touchdown, the punter man going to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to see what they can do. Well, Greg, this is going to take a lot of self-reflection here. You build up so much for the season opener. To struggle like this has got to be a tough field.
Yeah, we've never spoken to a team before their Week 1 matchup where they didn't tell us this is the best training camp they've ever had, it's the best roster they've ever had. I mean, how many times have we heard that? So, in this case, though, Mike, I think you have to be careful that you don't overcorrect. Of course, this did not go according to plan. This is not what they've been building to through their entire offseason schedule, but it's still also just one game. So,
that's over the middle and intercepted. And the Falcons will take over possession here at the 44.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 44.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Get it?
Handoff here, up the middle. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
moving to his right. Taking off, and he's going to be forced out of bounds. Still plenty of work to do. 3rd and long coming up.
And 10.
Let's go now. 60, Cowboy 80.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down. How about that for a big play on 4th and 10? They get almost exactly what they needed to keep this drive going. And they'll take this down inside the 35. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway.
70, Timberwolves.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Point after try, forthcoming. His kick is good. And the Falcons are going to extend their lead.
Falcons 49. Buccaneers 21.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35. Here we go. One final play. He's going to look for the home run ball. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the Falcons. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Falcons are winners as we say so long from Atlanta.